Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the Power Rangers Megaforce Morphin vehicles, at least the first wave of Morphin vehicles. Here's an example of the Morphin vehicle packaging, very small, a lot like the normal figure packaging. You got the racer in there and then the card back there. Includes one card, Morph to Ranger, whatever vehicle it is. Back here it shows them all off and how to morph and attach and the fact that you can use the weapons with the figures. So we've got blue, black, Robo Knight, and then of course red. Fortunately black's not out yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at them. Alright, so as you can see from the back of the packaging, there is a snake Morphin vehicle, even though it's clearly the Beetle Zord, not a Snake Zord. But regardless, there's a Black Ranger, and it's not here because it's not out. I'm not sure why exactly they released 3 of the 4, not the third one, or the 4th one rather. But, yeah, it's not here. But we do have the Dragon, the Shark, and Robo Knight. It doesn't even get the word lion, it's just Robo Knight. Each one comes with a power card, obviously, because that's how Bandai sells toys. So, we have P90 for the red Megaforce Ranger, P78 for the blue Megaforce Ranger, and P104 for Robo Knight, because he's awesome. And there goes blue. So, of course, as always, go say more for time. There's Braviary again. He's going to be in here forever, so get used to it. That's like the 4th or 5th card for Megaforce Red I've gotten in the past like 4 days. So that's always fun. And last but not least,
Megaforce Robo Knight.
Yay, something cool. I need more Robo Knight cards. Just because it says Robo Knight, really cool. So, those are our 3 power cards for these 3. So, as you may know, the Morphin vehicles were a line that started in Super Samurai. They were the little, like, helmet cars. And you press, like, the front bumper and they flipped over. And there was, like, weapons inside and stuff. Well, these take a completely different take on the Morphin vehicle concept. They have a fairly similar design. It's still a triangular piece with wheel arms down here. They still roll and stuff, obviously, because they're vehicles. It's what they do. But on the back, you can see there's clearly a helmet and some sort of blocky chest. What you do is you take this middle section off on all of them. This makes a weapon, which can be used with the 4-inch Megaforce Rangers. Just like so. Basically, you just kind of wiggle the handle part into his hand. Just like that. So now he's got a new sword. In case he gets tired of the other one, he's got a new sword. So those are all compatible with the Rangers. So we'll keep him here so we can show off the other ones. And you press down on their head. And then that will flip forward. And then you just press it in. There's a tab right here and then an open section right here, obviously. So just push it in so it locks in place. And you have a Ranger figure. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's weird looking. It's not really accurate whatsoever, but it's still pretty neat. You got the Sky logo right here. Obviously, the dragon head makes up the legs, and then these wheel parts make up the arms. You can take the weapon, put it in his hand. You can leave it loose, so it does move around a bit. Or when you're inserting it, you can kind of see a little groove right there. Basically, put the weapon, top the weapon into that groove, and that'll lock the weapon in place. So if you want to lock it down, you can do that too. So very cool. He is a little bit top heavy at times, particularly because you got this really weird shape going on if you look at it from the side. But really cool nonetheless. Here's the Shark one, even though this is clearly the Manta Ray Zord, or Manta Zord, depending on what they're calling it. Stingray Zord, maybe? I don't know what they're doing. We'll find out soon. Show airs on February 2nd, so not too far off. So again, it can be used on the Ranger right there, so just take it and attempt to put it in his hand and fail miserably because his hand doesn't give you enough clearance. So there you go. It's kind of a little bit big for the 4-inch figures, but it's still passable. Cooler than the Shark Bowgun anyway. But plus these have a little bit of just like the actual Zord, these can move up or down depending on how you want to pose it. As always, you just press right there, lock it in place. You've got the C logo and then his helmet right here. The helmet's mostly gold. The details are there. They're just not painted properly. It's just all gold. He looks pretty cool. I like his like robotic fin legs. I think those are neat. The body itself is identical to Red, even down to the fins. So all that's identical outside of the little chest molding and little helmet molding there. But the legs are entirely new. And like I said, if you just fit it into the groove right there, that ain't going anywhere. For Blue, as much as I like the bowgun look of the Manta Zord, I do like folding them up just so it doesn't get in the way. Because it does have quite a decent wingspan, so it will get in the way. Finally, we have Robo Knight, decoed as the Lion Zord. This is the little front flap that's on the Lion Zord, except they put it all the way up toward the face. So now it just kind of looks like he has a beard, and he's really old. So take that as you will. The gray plastic used is actually kind of vibrant. It isn't as flat as the one used in the Lion Zord. So, props to them on that. I wouldn't say it's like super awesome metallic silver or anything like that, kind of like the helmet is. But it's a lot better than the flat gray that they have been using, so good on that. Pop off that. Again, same as the bowgun in terms of where he's going to be gripping this. Just like that. It kind of looks like the Leon laser, for lack of Megaforce name. Robo laser? I don't know. But it's very hollow and not as cool as the other two. And then as always, bam, crap goes flying because he's escaping. New arm mold, obviously, because of the way the Lion Zord's decoed. And then you've got the design going on here throughout the chest and the head. I did it a couple times, I just never mentioned it. The heads do rotate. So there's a bit of articulation there. Robo Knight is obviously my favorite. I love Robo Knight's design. I love Robo Knight's everything. So he is my favorite of the three. Plus I just like the way that his little figure mode looks. I think it looks the neatest. So yeah, they're very cool little guys. So are these worth it? Absolutely. I like this concept. The samurai ones weren't really all that cool to me because all he did was flip open and reveal a weapon that really didn't do too much. Granted, it gave you new weapons for the 4-inch figures, but guess what? These ones do too. I just like the idea of having the little car that easily, just with a push of a button, transforms into a ranger that can hold the weapon that's stored in the middle of their skull thing. So I just really like that concept, and I think it's a lot better than what we had in the past with the Morphin vehicles. Plus, you get a power card each, additional weapons for the 4-inch figures if you want to pose them with them. The Manta in particular is a very cool weapon. And they look neat. If you're a fan of like bot shots or anything like that, just simple, quick button press transformations. These are a lot like those, and I really like it. If you don't want to pick up all of them, I do recommend at least picking one to fiddle with it and seeing whether you enjoy it or not. Particularly Robo Knight's a very good figure. But Blue's probably the best out of the three. You get a really cool weapon, plus his design's pretty cool. So overall, they are really neat, and I do definitely recommend them. You can check out shugunshinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls. And of course, you can check out Riders, Rangers, and Rambles, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one. Bye.